Okay, so good morning to everyone who is on live here. Okay, so there was some technical issues and we have rectified it. And yes, okay, now I'm going to start freshly from the starting. Let me come back. Okay, so after logging in, this is how your screen will be. Okay, if there's any issues, okay, just 1 minute, just 1 minute. Okay, so I'm so sorry. I think there was small issue here. And yes, let's start. Okay, let me go back. Okay, so now you can see after logging in, and this is my profile here. Okay, and you can go down to your courses, and I'm in my courses. If you are in different screen, you can see here I'm in the courses now. Just click it, you'll be redirected to this page. Okay, and now after that, what you have to do is you have to press C programming language here, and the moment you do that, okay. Now let me go back. Yes. So now you can see you have different levels here. See, I'm going to check whether I'm audible now. Okay. So okay. So now please check whether, see, I can understand many of them are asking different questions. See, what I have to do is first I have to clear, because I have to take this for every student here. Okay, so most of them have requested about the login issues here. So I'm just explaining how to do this, and I'll proceed with level 0. And then after getting into it, you can proceed solving the problems. The moment you know continue, and then I can go on to different advanced concepts. Okay, now coming back to this. Okay, and you can see C level 0. Okay, go down and you can see C level 0 basic IO. Please click this and give resume test. Okay, okay, now you can click this. Okay, now as you can see it takes around 30 seconds to load out. So in the meantime you can read the instructions here slowly. At least you can go to the main points, and how it is working and everything will be mentioned here. And you can see it will be marked as white if it is unattempted question. It will be marked in this color. You can see this, and the total test is for 100 marks. Okay, let's wait for 10 more seconds. Okay, yes, now I go into this level 0. Now in level 0, as you can see, there are totally 10 questions here. As you can see, you can view it. And if you want to go to the next question without submitting, yes, the code you were typing is not submitted. Do you want to submit? No. And if you give it, it will just stay here. So if you want to continue to the next question without submitting, you have to give yes. And it goes to the next one. Yes. And now you are in the second one. So as you can see, the color changed to blue color, which means that it is attempted. So because I submitted it, it became attempted. So now let me go back here to the first question. Okay, now I'm here. Let's see the first question. Print the following output. Let's learn C together with MySlate team. Okay, this is what we have to do. Okay, and one more thing, and let me check whether is there anyone. Yes, if there's any issues, you can just redirect it to me. Okay, okay, just come back. The first thing here, let's learn C together with MySlate team. Okay, this is the statement I have to produce. Let's learn C together with MySlate team. Okay, as you can see, I have to use a function, an inbuilt function printf to print the statement here, right? Okay, and for that, as you can see, if you look closely, you can see there single quotes is given there. Okay, let me type it as it is and let's see what problem occurs. Okay, let's come back to the statement. As you can see in the header snippet, which you cannot edit it, it is fixed there, and you cannot even touch it. You cannot see. I'm trying to give backspace, I'm trying to do anything, I cannot do anything because it is fixed, it is locked, you cannot edit it. And as you can see, the footer snippet also is fixed, it is locked, you cannot edit it. So now whatever you have to do in the main function should be given in the body here. So they have mentioned fill the remaining code here, and what we have to do, we have to use a statement called printf, which is an inbuilt function which is available in standard input output dot h. It's an header file, it's already pre-included for us. Okay, now our job is to use the function. Okay, printf, and you can see there's a color change here. So with the suggestion, it helps us to understand that I have used the exact inbuilt function called printf. So it helps me to understand, yes, I have typed it correctly. Okay, now as you know, as you all know the syntax of it, open parenthesis followed by double quotes here, then exactly whatever is there I have to print it exactly. Now let me do one thing. Okay, what if, okay, I'm trying to copy it here. Okay, control C, can I paste it? Okay, let's see whether can I paste it. Yes, for some questions you can, for example, for these initial things you will have the enabled option to paste it, but the rest of the questions, when you go to different levels, what happens is we have disabled the pasting option so that to avoid, plagiarism, or getting questions from somewhere or from your friends. So to avoid that, we have disabled, pasting option. Okay, let's see. Let's learn C together with MySlate team. Okay, and then followed by semicolon. Now listen. The next thing, okay, if I did not compile it, then why it says result is X and it's failed, and why this is coming? Because if you remember initially what I did is I tried to go to the second question by submitting the first question when there was no code at all, and that is the reason your output was empty. And now the first option, let's say compile and run. Okay, now it says compilation successful. Okay, so test case passed. What is the expected output? The expected output is let's learn C together with MySlate team. What is our output? Our program's output is let's learn C together with MySlate team. So you have to be very careful. So this works with C. Everything is, it's not a manual correction, it is automatic. Everything is made automated. So what happens is, even if you give one space extra other than the expected output, even if the C is in lowercase, let's say if I made this C, see, don't feel, because some of the students, or even let's say many of the students, know how to do this basic stuff. But the reason I'm repeating it again and again is because there will be some students, or there will be many students who wants to know even the small detail, and that is the reason I'm explaining you this. So please don't get annoyed if you know it already. If you want to have any suggestions, or if you want to have any points, you can add it in the comment section. You can add any comments. See, it's collaborative learning, whatever you tell, because even I'm in the learning process, everybody are in the learning process. So if there's any suggestion you want to make for me, you are welcome to do. Okay, now let's say come back, and now let's compile and run, and let's see what's the problem. Okay, compilation successful. Now Compilation is successful, but is the test case passed? Okay, just 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Okay. Now, why is it happening? Okay, let's see what is the test case. Okay, the test case is let's learn C together with MySlate team. Okay. Okay, it looks similar, right? It looks similar. Some of them, what happens is the students, uh, they give something like this, and they will just go around it, and they see, okay, it is same. Then why it's not working? So when you closely look, you might have made some mistake. Might have. It's a human error, right? So you just closely look here. This C, which is expected to be an uppercase, is actually lowercase here. So automatically, when the computer tries to compare your output and the expected output, it mismatches. So we have to exactly satisfy the expected output, not even a space. So here, and now let me change it, uppercase C, and now let me run this, compile and run. Passed. Okay, let's give an extra space here, shall we? Okay, as you can see closely here, I'm going to give an extra space. Let's say just one space. Now shall we run this? Compile and run. Okay, as you can see here, sample test case passed. Okay, let's say what if I give 5 spaces? Compile and run. As you can see, sample test case passed. Okay, the spaces were given after the team. What if I give space in between? Let's say after my slate and team, if I give an extra space. Now let's say compile and run. Now you can see, even though the compilation is successful, the test case failed. Why? As you can see, the space was after the team. It would have truncated it to just team, the letter M here. But here is, if you look closely in between this, now let me just, uh, as you can see, there's only one character space. But shall we look here? 1 and 2. It's just such a small thing, but it is a mistake. Okay, so now let's correct it and let's go to the next question. If you have any doubt based on printing things, you can just come to the comment section and you can look here. Okay, yes. Now let's compile and run. Okay, now after compiling, many of the students tend to think that our program is correct, so that let's move on to the next one. But right there you made a mistake. See, for a question there may be n number of test cases, n number, 100,000, it may be any number of test cases. What do you mean by test cases? Different inputs to check whether your program is a universal program. So whatever inputs we give, your program should satisfy the test cases. So to check that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give submit code. Now, so we have here, according to this question, there is no input. There is just one output we expect. That is, let's learn C together with MySlate team. And so that is the reason there is only one test case here. If there are some other problems where we have to give some inputs and where you have to expect some output, definitely you will find more than 4 test cases here. Only if all the 4 test cases are passed, then your program is considered to be a proper program, which is correct. Okay, after I submit, let's give some of the code. Now it is updated. And now let's move on to the second one. Now this question is an interesting question actually. So now, as you can see here, print the following output. Success is when your signature becomes autograph. As you can see here, there is double quote here, right? Okay, what shall we do? Shall we copy the same thing and let's paste it there? Let's do that, and then let's see what happens. Copy, go there. Okay, the same thing. I've come to the body. Let's say printf, open parenthesis, double quotes, paste it. Okay, I told you in the beginning of the session that the color change represents something, means you are using some of the inbuilt features available. And what is this mean? Whenever you use some inbuilt function, like you can see when I use a data type here, you can see the color change to purple. When I used inbuilt function like printf, you can see a sky blue color, right? And what do you mean by this yellow color? Means a statement which is enclosed within double quotes, which is ready to be printed, displayed in the monitor screen. Fine. Now what happened? As you can see, the expected output is this signature should have double quotes printed and this autograph as well. Okay, I've given the exact thing within the double quotes. I've given the exact thing. Okay, now let me zoom it a little bit. Okay, shall we run this and let's see what the problem is. Come here, give compile and run. Okay, as you can see here, error expected. Okay, before signature there should be a parenthesis before the signature, and they are exactly showing the place of error here only. And the test case failed. Of course, the expected output is this, and see our output. What about the remaining statement? See, it says only compilation no failed. What happened to our output? Because your program is not in a state where it is going to print the output. Why? Let's see what happens. Now, what is the purpose of this double quotes? It means that whatever words or characters you want to display in the monitor, it should be enclosed within open quotes and close quotes. But what happened here is success is when your this statement is between an open and a close, whereas signature, it is out of the double quotes. It is not inside the printing statement, it is outside. Why? Because the closed double quotes is mentioned before signature. See here, and again it starts here and again it closes here. So what are all the statements which are being ready to be printed will become yellow in color in this compiler. So signature and autograph are out of the statement. So how can I include them? Okay, now let me remove the double quotes. Now you can see everything became yellow in color. Shall we print it now? Okay, go give compile and run. Okay, test case failed. Click this. Success is when your signature becomes autograph. Are these correct? No, not at all. The expected output here is with double quotes, and our output is without the double quotes. So the problem is when I try to print it, I told you the purpose of those double quotes are encoding the string or characters within it. So what shall we do? How can I print the double quotes itself? If you want to print the double quotes itself, you have to escape its purpose. You have to escape its purpose so that it can be printed, because double quote has a purpose. So how can I make double quotes to escape from its purpose? It's very simple. What I have to do is there is an inbuilt instruction, there is a predefined instruction. By using backslash, what I can do is, as you can see, there's a change in color. Can you see the change in color? Yes, it became an orange color. Means it is no more used for printing a statement or encoding the characters within it. This has been escaped from its purpose. Now double quotes is ready for, no, it can be printed. What about this? Escape this as well. So what have I used? Yes, this, I should not use forward slash, I should use backward slash. Now, okay, here also backward slash followed by double quotes, and here as well backward slash followed by double quotes. And now it's ready to be printed, and let's run it. Yes, sample test case passed. Okay, let's click what is the test case. Success is when your signature becomes autography. Everything is perfect, right? Okay, so always remember, after you give compile and run, Please proceed by submitting the code if only all the test cases are passed. So click it, check whether all the test cases are passed, and then you move on to the next question. There's only one test case, and it is correct, and we have submitted the code, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, now it's an interesting question, isn't it? So print the following output, and what have the asked us is to do modulo symbols. Okay, how can I print it? Now let's see. Test case input, there is no input. See here, there is no input. What they're expecting is directly you have to just print this. There is no input we have to receive from the user. There is nothing. Just use the inbuilt function printf and print it. Okay, let's go down. Now right here, test case output is followed by two modulo symbol. Shall we start? Come down. Okay, now use printf function, okay, followed by double quotes, okay, and then let's print the modulo and double modulo followed by with a semicolon. Do you think this will run? Let's say compile and run. Failed. Why it is failed? Simple, just open it. Now as you can see, how many double quotes are printed? Just one. But how many we gave? How many we tried to print? Two. Then why only one is there? It's very simple. Okay, let's say what if I just give one modulo symbol? Okay, what if I just give one modulo symbol? Now let me compile and run. Okay, now as you can see here, okay, what happened is test case failed. Click this and you can see as there is no output. See, this is what we consider as a format specifier. When do we use this format specifier? We use this to print or to extract, to extract data from a given variable, which you will learn further. So this has a purpose. This is responsible for displaying the elements based on the data type from a variable. So it has a purpose. Very simple. We can just put in a simple statement. This is called format specifier. When you put it within the double quotes, it is used for specifying the format of the data what we are trying to print. So, but I want to print this as just a modulo symbol. So when we wanted to print a double quotes, if you remember, what did I do? Just escape it. Just escape its purpose. So how can I escape a purpose of the format specifier? It's very simple. Okay. If you want to escape the purpose of one format specifier, you have to mention another format specifier. Let's put in a simple statement. So if I give two format specifiers, I can get one. Okay. Let me run this now, which I showed you initially. Yes, I got one. What if I want two? Okay, if I wanted two, let's say, let me add one more format specifier. Okay, as you can see, the color change here. This format specifier will escape the purpose of the next format specifier, but this format specifier again became it is with its purpose. See here, I'll just zoom it for you a little bit. Okay, see here, as you can see here, the color change. What mean by green in color? It means it's a format specifier. So what I can do is I have to escape its purpose all along. So mention one more. So the first modulo symbol here will escape its purpose of the adjacent one, and the third one will escape the purpose of the adjacent one. See here, it's very simple. Now come down, compile and run, and submit code. Yes. Now the test case successful. So isn't it so satisfying when you see the green color here? Okay, because I feel it, and if you feel it, then that is called, the beauty of programming. So now let's go back and let me just zoom out. Okay, so totally we have attempted 3 questions, 1 2 3. As you can see, unattempted are 8, attempted are 2. Yes, because I have to submit this and I did this, and you can give next. Okay, just go to the Next one, as you can see, attempted how many? 3. Unattempted 7. Bookmarked is 0. Okay, so if you want to make a bookmark, you can just click this and you can see 3 is bookmarked. For example, for like when you are dealing with 100 questions here and there, sometimes you want to know, you are stuck with a question but you want to solve it later, so at that time you can just click this and bookmark it, and then you can come and see it later. Okay, yes. Now let's go to the fourth one. Ah, so what they're asking us is to print the backward slash itself. Again, it has to do something with the escape character, right? So you have to, there is a purpose of the slash. So this is used, for escaping the purpose of some other characters like double quotes. So if I want to escape the purpose of this itself, what I have to do? Let's see that now. Okay. So let me, in the meantime, let me check the comment section here. Okay, so Deepan here has said that most of the questions are only 2 test cases as a question. Okay, if we submit the question, it shows like 2 by 4 test cases passed, and the other 2 test cases where it comes from, and it does not show nothing. Okay, see, I can understand. Yes, yes. See, first of all, you have to understand it's a computer. So, computer will not make a human error. Okay, definitely. So, it is programmed perfectly to do something, right? So, from our side, most probably, your program, what you have written, might not work with different inputs. So in such a way, you have to tune your program. That we'll see in the upcoming sessions. Okay, and I would like to advise every student who's being in the comment section to not to chat something else, because many students are trying to ask doubts here. So the moment you start to put some other comment, what happens is automatically the questions are being asked are pushed to the top, whereas I cannot see the questions. I have to scroll it again and again. So let's use the chat session here, the live chat session section, only to type the doubts. Okay, please post your queries. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, shall we proceed? Yes. Now again, I think everybody would have guessed the answer. Yes, you are right. What I have to do is, to escape the purpose of that slash, I have to mention another slash. Okay, let's see whether it works. Okay, now slash. Now, see here, isn't it? I think everybody, by saying this, you would have guessed it. So this slash actually escapes the purpose of the following adjacent double quotes. Yeah, isn't it? So I don't want to happen. I don't want this to happen. So what I have to do is, I have to just mention one more. So as I mentioned, this means it has escaped the purpose of the slash. So now, how many slashes will I have? Just one. Just one. So come down, compile and run. Very good. Test case passed. Okay. What if I give just one? Let's see what happens. Okay. I think you would have guessed the answer by now. And run it. Okay. Error. Missing terminating character. Why? See, because as I told you, if you want to print any statement, you have to type it within the double quotes, isn't it? But what happened here is the closed double quote itself has been escaped out of its purpose. So what I have to do is go there and do it. Sorry. Yes. And now it's successful. Give compile and run and see it's correct. The expected, it's matching. Give submit code. Yes, successful. Now let's go here and go to the fifth one. Okay, and one more thing, I forgot to do one thing. Just one more thing. Okay, to the fourth one and just give submit again. Yes, it is registered here. And now go to the fifth one. The next is print the following output. So I want slash n to be printed, and let's come back, the same old story. Give printf. Okay, first let me copy it as it is, whatever is there, slash n. Let me run this, right? Come down. As you can see, I've just given printf slash n. Okay, and what if I don't mention any slash at all? See, the color is n, means that n will be printed. The moment I give slash, there is some predefined instruction because the color changed to orange. There is something happening here. So what is happening? Let's see that. Compile and run. Okay, test case failed. Let's see what is it. Okay, what is the expected output? Just slash in. See, I'm just scrolling it. As you can see, there's only one line. Now let's see here, and as you can see, I cannot do anything at all because there is no output. Actually, there is what is it? There is just one extra line here. Why? Because the meaning of slash in means it is new line. It gives you an extra new line. So what they asked you is to print the slash in itself. So what I have to do? Escape the slash of its purpose. How? By mentioning one more. Okay, can I print this now? Of course, this slash will escape the adjacent slash purpose. So that will be printed along with this n. Now come down, give compile and run, and give submit code. Successful. So submit the code. Yes. So now moving on, go to the sixth one. Okay, let me go and check if there's any other doubt. Okay, yes, come back. Okay, print the accepted integer value. Input format is an integer value. For the first time in level 0, we are getting a program where we have to receive an input from the user. Okay, what is the output format? Please try to follow the constraints. Okay, and print the integer. So our program is pretty clear. You have to just receive one integer value and you have to display an integer value. Very simple. Input, output the same what you have stored. So always when you're dealing with something like a value, when they talk about value, data, when you call something as a data, when an information is being stored, when there is a space for you to extract something, where you can retrieve a data, where you can store something, that is how you can control a data. So to receive a data from the user, you need a storage space. So what type of storage space I have to create? It's an integer storage space, very simple. So as you all already are out with the basics of C programming language, as you can see here, the header snippet is already pre-typed for us. Let me explain the line once more for the people who are new to C programming. This is called as a variable, and a variable should be or should follow some rules and regulations. Like, a variable should not start with a numerical value. A variable should not have any special symbols in between or in the start or in the end other than underscore. Other than underscore, you cannot use any special character, any special symbols. And also you cannot have a numerical value in the start, but you can have a numerical value in between. So a variable can start with an alphabet from A to Z, or it can start with an underscore, but my recommendation is don't use, or no, don't use underscore for a beginning character in a variable. Now I have created a variable called number, which is according to our patch file. It is a 64-bit programming. It's a version C 4.8, and it's a 32-bit thing. And in a 32-bit system, what is the size of the variable, of an integer variable? It is 4 bytes. In a 16-bit, it is just 2 bytes. Okay, then this, as you can see, the sky blue color, scanf function. Okay, so this is the one which is responsible for receiving the input from the user. So from the user, in the sense, there should be some interaction, right, in the display monitor. So only when you give a space for the user to give an input, that is when you can receive it. So as you can see here, open quotes and close quotes, and in between I've given format specify ID. So I'm expecting an integer input to be stored, and that is the reason I've given format specify ID. If I would have given format specify F, it is for float. If I would have given format specify C, it is for character. And what is this ampersand number? So whatever value is being input from the input device, like your keyboard or mouse or anything else. So when the input is given, I have to transfer it. I have to send it to the storage area called number. So if you would have seen the part 1A video which was streamed before, you would have come across how a computer works, and you would have come across what is input buffer and output buffer, how the data is being stored. So please, if you have time, you can refer that video when it is being streamed for you. Okay, now listen here. So what is the use of ampersand? It means it gives you the address of the variable. So the value which is being given by the input device will be given to the address of the variable. It will be transferred to the address of the variable. So what I have to do now? Print the or extract the data from the variable and display it in the monitor. Okay, is there any other question? Okay, just come back. Now, printf followed by format specifier. What should I specify? I'm going to print an integer value. From where? From a variable called number. So as it is an integer value, it is format specifier D. Give a comma followed by where you want to extract the data from. I want to extract the data from a variable called number. So now what happens? Whatever value is there in this area, this will be passed to the display monitor. Sir, why have you not mentioned ampersand symbol here? Why? Why only here you have mentioned ampersand symbol? See, it is while receiving the data, you have to transfer it to the destined area. That is the address of the variable. But when I have to display it, I can just directly mention the identity of the area, which will easily extract the data from. Whereas if I mention the ampersand symbol, what do you mean by ampersand? Address of. So instead of printing the value 17, which is present inside the number, we will be printing the address of the variable. But that is not the expected output, just the number alone. Come down, we compile and run. Okay, the test case is passed because the expected output is 17 and our output is 17. Sir, can you please give ampersand? Of course I can. What will happen? Now, let's see what happens. Compile and run. Test case 0 out of 1 is passed. How many test cases are there? Just one. What was your output? Okay. See, normally, as it is an online compiler, the story, see, whenever you create something, the variables and the program, then it becomes an executable file. So that is the reason when the part 1A video was streamed, if you would have come across it, you would have clearly understood. See, normally the variables, the program, the executable file, when you execute a program, the code will be brought to the random access memory for executing. That is called a program file, an executable file. So the addresses, what are these addresses? Actually, the addresses which defines the area in the random access memory. So I don't want to print the address, right? See, you can see it. So just printing the address. So remove it. How it works? Compile and run. And the most important thing is submit the code. Test case passed. Submit it again. Yes, now you can see there are totally 2 test cases. Okay. For now, you cannot view the test cases, they are hidden. After completing your whole test, after you press end test, you can see the moment I press end test, it will ask me, this test will be submitted. Do you want to continue? Yes, if you want to continue, you have to type yes here in this column, and the test will automatically close. Okay. And 1 minute. Okay. just I don't want to end it now. But if you have to see the test cases, you can only see it after completing your whole test. Okay, now two test cases have been passed. Now let me sum the code and let me go to the next one. Any doubt, any doubts you have, you can please post it in the comment section. See, don't feel shy. Okay. Okay, what is the exact use of format specifier? Yes, thank you so much for asking the question. Okay, see, data. There is not just one kind of data. Now, commonly when you come across in a real time, uh, what type of data we handle it? Let's take a student profile. When you take a student profile, you come across, let's say, student's register number, which may be a numerical value. Okay, and then you come across a name, characters, collection of character, that is a data type. And the next thing, like for example CGPA, which is a decimal value. See, I cannot handle everything together, right? I cannot handle everything together. It's like merely let's say I have a tiffin box, a carrier, a lunch box. What is the purpose of lunchbox? The purpose of lunchbox is to store a food. Is it a liquid item or a solid item? Only for solid items. So the carrier has a purpose where it can only carry solid items. Now you may ask a question, sir, why can't I store liquid? Yes, of course you can store liquid in a tiffin box, but the problem is that it is prone to leak. So there are different carriers. So where can I store the liquid? There is a separate container called water bottles. So there are different carriers for different data. So that is the reason I have mentioned format specified D to show that it is format specified integer. So I need an integer value and I will only store an integer value. So what if in that integer area, for example, you're expecting only format specified D, and if I give a decimal value, as I said, it is prone to leak. Rather than, for example, if I give 9.7 and if I try to store in an integer value, what will happen? Sometime the decimal value will be rounded off. If I give 9.4 as my input, only 9 will be there, or the representation might change. So going ahead, you will see many things. And if there's any other, yes, why do we use a space after C while using format specify C? Why it is mandatory, sir? Okay. No, we do not use a space. It is not mandatory. It is not mandatory at all. See, first of all, we don't use a space. That's your wish. See, there is nothing going to happen here. So I just give, for example, let's say, okay, I have a character here. I think your question might not be answered here. Okay, come down. What they're asking us, let us see that. Accept a character and print the character. The input character, what you have to receive is A, and the test case output is A. So I cannot handle this in an integer data type carrier. I have to specially store it in a data type called character only. Now, let's see what is going to happen here. So they have already created a variable for us, ch, under a type called character. Now, first, how shall we receive the input? You must have seen in the previous program where we used an inbuilt function called scanf. Let me use that. What is the format specifier of the data you're going to receive? Is it integer? Sorry. No. Is it a float value? No. Is it a string? No. It is a character. What is the format specifier of a character? C. Then where you want to store the data which will be received by the function scanf. According to the syntax, give a comma here and then mention the destination, the address of the variable you have created. Okay, and ampersand, and then followed by the variable name ch, and give a semicolon. Now the input will be successfully received and stored in a variable called ch. Okay, now let's come back. Okay, so if there's any doubt you have, please post it there. See, many of you have this kind of inferior thing, that is like What if the doubt I ask is going to be considered very silly? See that there is no proper measurement for a doubt. See, no doubt is considered to be silly or excellent or splendid. Any doubts you have, anything you have, any small things, anything, don't consider it. Just throw it out. Don't have it in with you. What if the doubts you are searching for, if you're not getting it somewhere in the internet, or your friends could not explain it? That will be really frustrating. Okay, so whatever doubts you have, throw it in the comment section and I'll explain it. Okay, or even after the session ends, there are, I think you have the numbers of the trainers in your WhatsApp group. Call them or give them a text and get it done. Okay, simple as that. The next thing is I have to display the output now. So I've got the input and I've stored in a variable called ch. The next is just display it, printf. In what format I have to execute it. Let's say if I use format specified d, but remember I have to print it in a character format. But what if I give d? Let's see what happens. What is the variable name? ch. Where the data is going to be extracted from? ch. Okay. Semicolon. Shall we see what is our output? Come down, give compile and run. Case failed. Why? Let's see. What is the expected output? A. But what have I printed? 97. How come 97? So you have to understand one thing. What can computer understand? What can computer understand? Um, Zeros and ones? Okay. So computers can understand zeros and ones. Okay. Which means literally it's just on or off. So, can a computer store A? Can a computer store A? What is A? Does A have any value? See, A is just a symbol. It is a symbol. It's just a symbol like this, no? The shape like this. A, it goes like this, right? It's just a symbol, guys. So it does not possess any value. So how can I represent in a bits? See, normally you would have heard about converting binary to decimal, converting binary to octal form, hexadecimal. So what they have come up with, as the machines cannot understand the symbols here, it is only for the purpose of the monitor. So how can a machine store A? It's very simple. So they came up with the concept of giving numerical values to special symbols. Okay, numerical value to special symbols. So every special symbol, what you see in your QWERTY keyboard, every symbol has a numerical value. And the process of it, who created it, it's an organization. It's called as American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So they came up with an idea of giving numerical values to symbols. And what is the numerical value of A? 97. So if you are free, you can come up with ASCII chart. Okay, to show that, let's do one thing. Okay, what is ASCII value? Now I'm going to display every ASCII value, every corresponding numerical value of the symbol available in your keyboard. Let's see that first. Okay, just wait for a moment. Okay, now just ASCII. What is ASCII? American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Okay, so you may not have come across a concept called looping statements, but I'm going to use loopings here. Please don't get confused. We will see it later. Okay, and the header file standing prop.h, because I'm going to print something. Okay, and the main function. Okay, so I'm going to display something. Okay, so there are totally 256 characters. Everything, see, you see a keyboard, you see every symbol, numbers, everything. See, the number one itself is a symbol, everything. Okay, it has a special thing, a special numerical value, and let's go to see that. So starting from, there are totally 256, so starting from 0. Please don't get confused about the for loop statements I'm being used. You will come across it. Okay, 255, totally 256 elements, 0 to 255. Okay, it is only to show you the special symbols here. Okay, so the character and the corresponding ASCII value. Okay, it is only to show, please don't get confused. Okay, I just wanted to show this. Okay, and one more thing. Okay, just one moment. Okay, some of the characters will not be supported by my computer. Okay, I'm just showing you from the starting. Okay, so these are some things which are being supported actually. I'll just show you from where it is being supported. Exclamatory mark is 32. Okay, okay, sorry, there was a confusion here. Okay, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay, okay, and some of them are asking the questions there. 1 minute. Just give me a moment. Don't get confused because I'm just using in a single statement. Don't worry, I'll increment it here if you want. Okay, and yes. Now you can see I'm going to print a character corresponding with the integer value. Okay, now let's see what happens. Okay, 1 minute. I'll just close this exe file and run it again. Okay. Now let me start with the exclamatory mark. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, so the exclamatory starts from 33. You know what is this? This is white space character, the space bar. No, when you click space bar, you see the white space character. This is white space. And what is the numerical value of white space character? 32. And see here, every symbol has a number. Parenthesis 40. See, even 0 is actually a symbol, right? This symbol, somebody would have designed it, So that symbol has value 48. So, and you can see uppercase A. What is the ASCII value of uppercase A? 65. What is the ASCII value of uppercase Z? 90. So what is the ASCII value of A? 97. This is the reason you got 97 there. Okay, so if you have time, please come across this ASCII chart. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. We'll just continue again. Okay, let me go back. Boom. Okay, is there any downs there? Yes. Okay, so okay, how to declare stringency? I think I've completed that. Okay. Okay, so Sabri Kannan has asked the power flow for this. Okay, so today I cannot do that, but I would explain this. Okay, so when I come to operators and this PVC program videos are turned to private. Okay, we'll rectify that. Okay, and now moving on. If I change, let's say, to its corresponding character, now let's see whether it works. Okay, run this, compile and run. So when I try to print A to its corresponding character form, it gives me A. If I try to print to its corresponding integer form, it gives me 97. It can work vice versa as well. So if you're trying to print, let's say to the C, if I'm passing instead of CH, if I'm passing 97, this 97 will be displayed in this version. If I just display it in D format, it will give me only 97. But in case if I change it to character form, this will give me A. Do you want to see that? Let me compile. Okay, let me show it here. Okay, see, 97 gives you A. Okay, now let's move on. And 1 minute, just one more minute.
Right, guys, this is Sachin for you. So I'm here to just clarify a few things for you. Um, that Sam is asking me one question that most of the time it's pop up like compile and submit code, retry after some time, how to troubleshoot it. So he's asking me this question. So what I will do is I'll just clarify you that what you have to do is that everybody who is connected to internet connection, if you can able to see my taskbar, actually there is internet is connected. Maybe you might be connected to Wi-Fi, or you might be connected to any Ethernet connection also. So whatever it is, you will find find a connection symbol, either Wi-Fi symbol or any connection symbol you will find. So what you do is right click on it. Okay. So when you right click on this, you will be finding two options like troubleshoot problem and open network and internet settings. So please, click on open a network and internet setting. You will be getting a window like this. In this window, you will find an option called change adapter option. So click on change adapter option. So now new window will be opening when you click on change adapter option. And in this, if you are connected to Wi-Fi, and here you will be able to see a Wi-Fi adapter. If you are connected to Ethernet, you are able to see Ethernet. So whichever you are connected to, right click on any of one of the things which you are connected to, and you will be finding these options. In among these options, please click on properties. When you click on properties, you will have one more page. In this page, you have several options here, one after the other, and you will be finding an option called internet protocol version 4. So when you click on internet protocol version 4, when you double click on it, if you see, by usual what will happen is you could see that both the options are set to obtain an IP address automatically or obtain DNS server address automatically. Either this option is selected for you, or both the options selected for you with some predefined values already will be there for you, whatever it might be. But what you do is, suppose if it is obtain an internet IP address automatically, if this is a setting that you are having, please click on use the following DNS server and change your DNS server address. Don't change any of your IP address. Change your DNS server to 8 space 8 space 8 space 8. Your preferred DNS server have to be set to 8888, and your alternate DNS server have to be set to 88844. So this is Google DNS server, and you have to enter these Google DNS server detail, and if you have to press OK, you have to click on again OK. So now after you click on OK, now what you do is you can go and refresh your page. For example, I'll just show you our MySlate portal. Okay, I'll just show you our MySlate portal. See, for example, you whenever you give myslate.sixtrace.com, you find this page. Okay, you find this page. You have to click on login. Okay, you have to click on login, and in the email address column, you have to enter your email address in which you have registered your platform for. Okay, and you have to enter your corresponding password also. And after entering the password, if you click on login, automatically this will process and you will be entered into the website. See, sometimes you also might get the same problem that this login button keep on rotating and you will not be redirected. So in that particular point of time, what you have to do is you just have to refresh it. And once you refresh and again you get back, you can again click on login. The same procedure again, enter the email address that you have registered to, and you can provide your password also. Sachin, yeah, you can provide your password also, and we'll check whether this works now. Yeah, so this is redirected to the page. So it is redirected to the dashboard page. If you are not redirected to this page directly, then you can click on this option, and you'll be finding several options. You can click on courses to get this page actually. So for example, when you click on a course, uh, now after changing the DNS setting, now you will not get that compile code retry after some time. That error will not be there now if you change your DNS setting. If you flush your DNS setting. Okay, so now if you see, whenever you click on a course, you'll be having several modules, and when you click on a specific module, you'll be getting n number of submodules will be available. N number of submodules. See, I'm not going to just teach you how you should go with the problem. I'm just showing you a tour um, to the entire platform where any options are available. All those things I'm going to I mean discuss for you. For example, when you expand, see, remember one thing: you cannot click on any of these places. You can only click on this arrow mark. Whenever you click on this arrow mark, this will be expanded. Okay, so yeah, no other places. If you click on these places, it will not expand. Okay, so for example, you have submodule 2, you have conditional statement. You can also click on this arrow mark to expand this. And now what you do is just let me just click on this. Already I have submitted. So for example, I will just take, already I have taken the test. Now so okay, I'll just go for loop. Yeah, I'll just go for looping, and for example, I will just click on take test. Sometimes the setting up test environment might get failed. Sometimes if it is getting failed, what you have to do is you have to refresh it. Okay, sometimes this will not load, or setting up environment will fail. That time you have to reload the page and you have to work. So here you'll have a 40 minutes 35 minutes timer will be there. And in this timer, if you see, about all the instruction about the test will be provided for you. For example, there is only one section, and that one section name is given. How many questions are there? 10 questions are there, and total marks given is 100. It means that each and every question will carry 10 mark each, so that totally we are getting 100 marks. 10 into 10, 100 marks. So any other instruction that you want, all the instructions are provided here as a bulletin. Okay, so if you want, you can just read all this platform instruction also. Okay, so once the timer is finished, it will be reloaded to the problem page actually. So in the problem page, what will happen is, on the left side you have the navigation bar where you get the numbers. Where, so if you click on one, see, when you click on one, if you are not writing any code, if you are not submitting any code, then it will ask a warning that the code you were typing is not submitted. Do you want to submit? No code I have done, so don't submit. So click on no. If you press S, then the empty page will be submitted for that question. So don't press S. So using this, you can navigate to any of the questions that you wanted. Okay, so now what you have to do is that you have to type. See, for every question, problem statement will be provided, and then followed by sample test cases will be given. You have to write a corresponding code in the editor to solve this problem. So once you write a code, you have to go with compile and run. Okay, so for example, what I will do is, what is the question here? The question is, print all the numbers from 1 to n. So getting n, receive n from user, and print all the numbers right from 1 to 10 actually. Okay, so what I will do is, I'll just show you as include stdio.h. Okay, I'm not here to teach you how to code actually. I'm just showing you how to use the platform actually. Okay, so int main. So inside this, for example, I will declare an integer variable, and using scanf statement, I will receive an integer variable from the user, and let me write a for loop like from 1 to n. They are printing, right? They're starting from 1. So starting I from 1 less than or equal to n I plus plus, and inside the for loop we are going to just print a percentage d space comma I. Fine. So now what I will do is, I'll just click on run, compile and run. I will just click. So when we click on compile and run, this will be run for. See, you might ask a few things. Somebody asked that compilation successful is showing, but test case is failed. See, these two are different messages. Compilation successful means there is no syntax error. Compilation success means there is no syntax error, and at the same time, when you're writing test case 1 is passed, means no logical error. Your logic is also right for the given question. Suppose, for example, I will tell you, I'm not going to print any spaces. If I'm not printing spaces, then it is logically wrong. The question they are asking with the spaces, but I am not entering. So here's compilation successful, test case 1 failed, because compilation successful means there is no syntax error happening. That is why compilation successful message is shown. But logically, you are writing a wrong code for the given question. It's logically wrong. Syntactically this is right, but logically this is wrong. So logically failed or success is given here. syntactically successful or unsuccessful is provided here. So both the messages are for different purpose, first of all. Okay. And also you are asking, while I'm compile and running, only one test case are shown, but when I click on submit, nearly four test cases are shown. See, for example, I'll tell you one thing. When a question is given, this is called as sample test cases. What is sample test cases? Before you are, see, I my code should be, my code should give right answer to any kind of test cases that I'm going to provide. If I'm providing 10, then it has to print from 1 to 10. If I'm providing 20, then it has to print from 1 to 20. So my program should work for all the test cases. So sample test case means I will be, see, sample test case means what I will be doing. Sample test case means only for testing whether my program is okay or not. For only the testing purpose, we are using this sample test cases. But what we have done is we have set many hidden test cases in background to test whether your program satisfy for any kind of test case. Okay, so compile and run mean only against one test cases we will be testing whether this is okay or not. Okay, but suppose this submit code is for checking whether your current submission that you are making, the current code that you have written is working for many test cases. Okay, many different test cases. Okay, so that is the reason. So somebody is asking, when you click on compile and run, only one test case. When I click on submit code, four test cases coming. Where does that four test case coming? See, submit code is different, compile and run is different. Compile and run is for just it is just for checking whether, it is for your reference, whether your code is working properly or not, just to check yourself. Submit code is not for your checking purpose, it is for marking purpose. Mark. So using submit code only we are giving mark, not using compile and run. Compile and run is for your reference, for for you to verify whether you are writing a correct code or not. But submit code is used for the mark purpose. So when you click on submit code, the same solution that you have written will be passed for many test cases. And if all the test cases are passed, then only mark is provided to you. Suppose if I provide space and if I click on submit, what will happen? All the test cases are becoming passed. Now you can also, suppose if you're trying for nearly half an hour or 1 hour, or still you are not able to clear the test cases, then you can click on this check test cases. This check test cases will give you the right answer here. Okay, this is a code that you have written. This is a code which we have already given in the background. So if you want to know the right code which we have already coded, you can click on the check answer option, so you will be given the right answer. But one thing, suppose if before submitting the right solution, if you are clicking on check answer, then the marks will not be provided. Here marks are provided for us because the reason is we submitted the right solution, then only we were checking the correct answer. So before submitting the right answer, if you are clicking on check answer, then the marks will not be provided for you. Okay, so like this you can go and solve each and every problem, and finally when you finished solving all the problems, you can click on end test. It will show you pop up like this, and you can type end. After typing end, you have to press enter. So automatically a test will be submitted. Okay, a test will be submitted. So after the test is submitted, again you will be redirected to the course page itself. So if you expand your module, and if you expand your submodule, any of your submodule, you will have an option called retake. Whereas this retake option is telling that you can again attend the test, you can again take the same test from fresh. Okay, again you can one more time you can take the same test. That is what this retake option is provided to you. And left side to your retake option, a circular symbol is provided, and this circular symbol, if you click on this circular symbol, it will be redirecting you to a new page. And in this new page, analysis of the code that you have submitted will be provided here. Analysis of the code that you have submitted will be provided. Okay, so if you see here, overall mark that you have scored for that particular test is shown. For you have only one section, that one section you got totally 20 marks. So out of 100 you got 20 marks. So when you click on this, see here you are able to see the test name mod 1 basic IO. So you can click on it. So if you click on it, what will happen? Whatever questions were given in the same test, question will be provided with sample test case, sample output, and the code that you have submitted. The code that you have submitted will be shown here, followed by whether your code is correct or not, how many mark is provided to the code that you had, all this detail, how many times you submitted, how many times you compiled, all these things will be shown. Suppose if you want to see the background test cases that we have set, then click on show test case code. So when you click on show test case code, all the test cases which is set in the background will be shown. You can expand this, you can click on this arrow mark to expand it, and the input also will be shown for you. Input and as well as the expected output, as well as the output which is given by our code also will be provided in this place. So this is, if you want to see the test cases, then you can click on it. If you want to see the original solution, then you can click on source solution. Original solution will be shown for you. Okay, similarly, if I'll just scroll downside, if I'll scroll down and click on here, for example, I'll just click on here. Okay, so show test cases. See, for this problem totally 2 test cases were set, so 2 test cases are showing. So you can expand these 2 test cases and you can just verify what is being done. Okay, fine. So similar to that, you can also see, check here also, 4 test cases are set. You can expand it and check. Yes. Okay, here it may, no, don't think this it is empty, a space is provided here, and here a open curly braces is provided, 7 is provided. So all the test cases, background test cases, if you want to once check, you can also check after submitting, only you can check. Okay, after submitting, if you want to know the, see, this one I have not submitted anything, that is why empty editor is shown here. For this test, for this question, no solution is submitted from the user side, so empty editor is shown, so no mark is obtained. Okay, no mark is obtained. So if you want to know the answer of this question, then you can click show answer, then it will show you the right answer. Okay, so for every question this will happen. So I have also shown you the part of result and analysis also, how you should take that. So I think it's very clear for you. You have to log in, then you have to go to your course page. You have to go to your course page, and your college, from your college side, they will provide you the name of the course. So that course name, by using that course name, you can click on that course name. It will be redirecting you to the page, course page, and you'll be having modules. You can expand your module, then you'll find sub modules, then you can expand your sub modules, then you will find take test or retake. If you are already taken, then it will show retake. If first time if you're taking, it will show take test. So you can click on take test and you can go to the test page, you can submit, you can work with all the question, then you can submit the test. After submitting, you will find the analysis of your test that you have submitted. You can check for the right answer, you can check for all the background test cases that are being set for you. Okay, I think hope it is very clear, but don't forget to set the DNS setting. Okay, I have already told you what you should do. You have to right click on the network icon, you have to click on open network setting, you will find change adapter option, you have to click on that, and you will get one more page. There you, whichever connection you are connected to, right click on it and click on properties. You will find one more pop-up, and in that pop-up, internet protocol version 4, you will find, double click on that, then you will find this page where you have to click on use the following DNS server address. Don't change, if it is already in this state, don't change it. Okay, so don't go with any IP address change, let it remain the same, but go to use the following DNS server and change the DNS server to these two things, 8888 and 8844, and click on OK. Okay, proceed. That's it. Then you can go and um, reload the page. The effect will be there. Sometimes whenever you open the website, no page will be shown. Okay, it will not load, or it will not reload, and a white page only will be shown. In those cases, you will not be able to right click it, you will not be able to right click on it, so what you need to do is you have to press Control Shift I. Remember guys, you have to click on Control Shift I. When you press on Control Shift I, one more page right side, you will be finding one more page like this. So once this pop-up page is shown, you can go to your refresh page and you can click on right click on it, and you can click on empty cache and hard reload. Three options will be there. You click on empty cache and hard reload. So what will happen, all the cache will be deleted for you, and again the page will be refreshed from beginning. Okay, so this will be little slow when you load like this. So but now your page will now reflect. Okay, suppose you are getting a white page, then you can go with methodology which will rectify the problems for you. But don't close this box, until you get the page exactly. So until you get the page, don't close this box actually. So now the pages are loading, and yes, you got the pages. Okay, you got the pages. Okay, fine. So now after you get the entire yes, successfully I got the entire page, then you can close this screen. Okay, fine. So these are the few problems that you can get, and I have already also told you how to overcome the things. Okay, I think, is it clear for you people? Is it clear? Vijay Simhadri, please sir, we want your lectures. Give access for. So, guy, we will be giving access for some time. We are working on the background. We are making some updates in that videos. That is why we have made it private. Okay, you will definitely get those videos, guys. Raj, sir, we did not see the marks after finished. Uh, see for few tests you might not see it, but I will ask the team to enable the option for you people. You will see a circular graph as I showed you. You can click on that circular graph to get the analysis. We will once enable that option for you people. No worries. Vijay Simhadri, at least give access for 2 days. You'll be getting a full access, Vijay. Just please wait. We are working on the background. We'll definitely get back. Sam Kani, I think so. You got the DNS app for your mobile application. A link is provided in the below section. You can able to see for a mobile Google Play link is provided. You can use that link. You can download that software to flush your DNS. Harihara Sudan, sir, is it possible to complete the coding part using mobile phone? Yes, it is completely possible, Harihara Sudan. But one thing, you should not change your orientation. Like if you are using it in a portrait mode, so continue please using it in the portrait mode itself. Don't go with uh, don't suddenly change it to landscape. So when you change your orientation, there is a few problem with the portal. So don't change your portal. If you have enabled automatic rotation, uh, please switch it off and don't change your orientation once you have started solving a problem. The first five parts will be available, Hemansina. First five parts are available in the channel. The remaining parts one by one we will be updating and we will be releasing it again. Dinagar Dina, because I have the issue of white pages when doing in mobile, sir. What you can do is that I think hope you know about in the setting in privacy, you will find the option called clear browsing data. Go to that page, clear your browsing data, clear your cache, cookie, everything, and then you just refresh the page. It will work for you. Dinagar Dina, you can just go for your settings in your browser, go for clear browsing data, clear your cache, cookies completely, clear those settings, and then you can go and refresh the page. It will work for you. Dinakar Dina. Guys, is there any other doubts that I wanted to clarify? This coding C programming in MySlate site is free for all or not? It is free for all of our client colleges, guys. I think for your college, we have enabled these courses. I think you will be able to access this. For SNS college, you will be able to access these courses. You can contact your placement coordinators to get the details. Guys, is there any other doubt that I wanted to modify? Shall we end the session now? Shall we end the session? See, this live video will also be available in our channel. You can, if you want any reference regarding this DNS setting, then you can just, what you can do is you can watch this video whenever you wanted. This video will be available in the channel. Sir, sometimes it is not showing the allotted timing. Charming buddy. Um, for few See, for few like for few courses, what we have done is, for few tests, we are not setting any time. No timer is set. So if no timer is set, it will not show the allotted timing. If the allotted timing is not shown, then it means that the test you can take for any number of time. There's no restriction in the time. Okay. So if there is no allotted timing showing, then it means that a test is not having any fixed timing that you wanted to finish within. Okay. Suppose if the timer is shown like from 2 hours, it is reducing, then it means that you have given a maximum of 2 hours for that test. But if the timer is starting from 1 second, 1 2 3 4, if it is going from ascending direction, then no timing is set for that test. Hope you understand. Vijay Simadri, sorry, your explanation and lecture is super. Thank you for your kind words, Vijay. Our motive is that students have to, um, we have to serve students. This is our main motive. So it's nice to hear from you. Guys, just keep on learning. Use this lockdown period as much as you can. Okay, so we are trying our best to serve from our side, and I think hope you could have got a few numbers from our side, few trainers number from our side. So any problem related to the portal, or any doubts that you wanted to clarify from our side, you want any help in terms of technicality, you can feel free to call any of us, any of the numbers that we have provided to you. Anytime you can call us, and we'll be very happy to help you out. And if you are stuck, we are there to help you out. Okay, so I'm just ending up the session here. So thank you for your patience and just listening to the lecture. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.